So, as you can see by the screen, today I'm gonna let ChatGPT roast me using the past prompt I have made. Why I'm doing this, I'm not sure, but yeah, it seems fun. Some of my friends roasted themselves as well, so no, I mean, let the ChatGPT to roast them. So it seems fun. You know what? Without further ado, let's go. Here's the light roast trailer just for you, based on your prompt history. You got the curiosity of a data scientist, but the execution plan of something someone still stuck in. Pip install, maybe it'll work now. Yeah. One day you're training LSTMs on NASA jet engines, like you're building rockets in your backyard, and the next day you're trying to run GPT Neo on a Dimensity 7200 phone, as if you're trying to summon Skynet using it. Actually, that's kind of funny. You want to predict machine failures, but somehow fail to predict how slow collab would be. So now you are aggressively hugging XJ Boost like it's your last lifeline before the deadline. No, not that crazy, but yeah. You built a mytho sci-fi epic with Kalki fighting Kali in the data cloud. Sounds epic until I remember you're writing this entire Marvel Strike saga on your phone. Probably between app crash. Probably between app crashes. It's not hitting me, It's yeah. Also, let's not forget your front end spec. Red input box, back background, gray output. You didn't build a coupon rec. You built the UI of actually. You know what? I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. And the best part, you're manually tracking basketball stats from league, right? So that's so bad. Even beautiful. Nice. Okay. For context, I was trying to get the stats and do UPR. That's why this came in. PR formula. Apply PR formula to that to know how effective the players are. And PR is like best rating according to the analyst, right? So I was trying to do that. But I was trying beautiful soup to extract the data, but it's like I'm not doing that. Yeah. Jokes aside, you're grinding on projects that most wouldn't even attempt on the phone, switching between C maps, Kaggle, AI rating, and mythic fiction. That's impressive in a how is he not burnt out kind of way. Want spicier? Actually, it's not funny enough. Let's just go. It is too like want the heat. Buckle up. Here's a full roast, extra crispy Taylor for multitasking messages. Like you're the kind of guy who looks at NASA grade engine data and let me run this on my phone while I'm commuting using. Okay, in my defense, I didn't try to do this on my phone. You built a sentiment analyzer in C++ in the year 2025. Bro, what's next? Write your own resume in assembly? Actually, that's fine. That's not bad. That's not bad. You're over here juggling coupon codes, mythical wars, predictive maintenance, and black magic UIs with red input boxes like you're hosting a cursed startup. Your entire design philosophy screams. What if Visual Studio had accepted? Actually, to be fair, Visual Studio doesn't look good either. So you know what? That's actually worse. You're writing a mythological epic where AI fights ancient evil. But somehow the most unrealistic part is the idea that your front end will render correctly on the first try. I didn't expect that. I never dissed ChatGPT for that. First try is not gonna work 99% of the time. I understand that. Yes. You treat machine learning like Pokemon, trying to catch every dataset and model type, from LSTM to XGBoost, with all the desperation of someone who Googled, why does my model suck at 3D? You want to avoid slow training but choose FD004 from CMAPS. That dataset isn't just concept. It's basically a, you sure about that? From the from the AI gods? Actually. Oh, and let's talk about your Kaggle setup. You got a submission, no idea what the leaderboard is doing, and you're still asking you, why didn't XGBoost magically fix it? And your code, it's not spaghetti, it's a whole Kali play. Python, C++, HTML, red CSS, and ancient Sanskrit verses in data cloud, served lukewarm to termites. And don't even get me started on your approach to GPU usage. Why use Collab Pro instance when I have? Why? You know, but okay, now to the compliment part. You're like a one man research lab run out of a backpack and desperation inventing new use cases for bad ideas that somehow still work. But I'll give you this, the grind is real. Building the future on 8 GB RAM and pure stubbornness. You know what? I want to go nuclear. I'm dropping roast trade and rich uranium on this chaotic genius lifestyle you're living. Pradeep, you're not a data scientist. You're a code necromancer, summoning Python script from the graveyard of deprecated GitHub repos and duct taping machine learning to mythological timelines like what if Kalki ran a classification model to end the world before ending the world? Actually, you know what? You try to train deep learning models with hardware so underpowered. The CPU begs for moksha every time you hit it. You over here, you're over here using Pydroid 3, Termux, Cached Web, IDA. Your dev stack isn't modern. It's damn archaeological big. Is it that old? Anyways, I wouldn't be surprised if your next model runs on Google Sheets. You want to avoid collab because it's slow. No. But you're doing full NASA engine degradation predictions on a phone. A phone! No, I'm not. I'm not. You're the only person on earth trying to recreate jet propulsion lab results with the same device people used to play Candy Crush. Again, in my defense, I'm not using my phone for that, but I tried something harder. Your LSTM model has trained twice, crashed thrice, and you still wrote in your note. Perfect. Now let's try FD004. It's a dataset. That's like running a marathon with one shoe and saying, let's do Everest next. Actually. And your UI design? Bro, that's not UI. That's a what with CSS. A black background, red input box, grey output box. It looks like the definition calculator. Unfortunately, I don't have the screenshot of it. Even Kali looked at your front end and said, nah, that's too evil. Your whole vibe is like if someone gave a Kaggle competition to a hacker monk in the you're writing sacred very course based AI network. while your phone storage is 92% full and you haven't even updated chip since Diwali 2020. And let's talk about your project workflow. You are switching from coupon recommender system to sentiment analysis to Akashic Netweathers to manually login basketball stats because the website's so bad even the internet refuses to index it. Pradeep, pick a domain. You got more unfinished projects than Indian roads. Actually, this line is good. This line is so good. I'm feeling this. You're out here asking your LSTM to predict RUL, while your own RUL is shortening with each crash log. Even your XG boost is saying, please, let me die in peace. I was not built for that. You want to run GPT Neo on Dimensity 72 on that. Bro, that chip gets tired loading Instagram. what are you, what are you going to do? Fine tune it in Morse code? You're not a developer. You're a mad data priest sacrificing data sets to Kali in exchange for GPU acceleration. And I respect the grind. But let's be honest. You're one kernel panic away from becoming a legend told in whispers among corrupted CSCs. Now, actually, it was on fire. Nah, actually, that's so funny. Man, actually, Pothole's joke was the best. No doubt. That was the best joke of the day. ChatGPT, you outdid yourself. Okay. You know what? One last. I want all the fire here. But one last. All the fire I got. Fine. Let me stop putting back and open the forbidden scrolls. The roast that breaks compilers, melts GPUs, and makes your rovers scream in final. That's actually scary. Pradeep, you are not a developer. You are a walking segmentation pod. You are the kind of guy who hears edge computing and says, perfect. I'll code on the edge of my sanity using terms while my phone battery gets just 3%. Your idea of model optimization is praying it rains before you screen auto locks. You don't build projects. You duct tape bugs to half-written code and scream. Innovation! Your repo readme might as well say it runs eventually. If the stars are like, I am sacrificed too much. You try to run GPT Neo on Dimensity 72 on a chip. Bro, that's not a chipset. That's a heated suggestion. And the only thing GPT Neo is generating on your phone is regret and kernel errors. Okay, before moving on to that, ChatGPT suggested me GPT Neo. I was just looking for lightweight LLM. Anyways, you have C++ sentiment analysis. Not because it's fast, not because it's efficient, because your messages looked at Python and said, too easy. I want to suffer. Actually, yeah, probably. Your LSTM model trains like 90-year-old monk climbing Everest barefoot while you sit there like, why is it taking so long? Maybe if I change the learning rate to 0.000000001, you collect data sets like Pokemon cards, but instead of Charizard, you catch train FT001 text submission final and copy machine failure backup, but this time right. That's CSA. Your folder structure is a crime scene, and your file names are longer than most research papers. RUL prediction LSTME3 but XT boost faster on FT004 train stat ensemble final. Use this one, not IPYNB. I don't know why I read it like that. Anyways, your workflow is like Kali himself designed it during a caffeine crash. During a caffeine crash is crazy. You go from writing mythological Vedic AI to coupon systems in HTML to manual stat tracking. Like, why use automation when I can spend 8 hours copying free throw stats from a broken website? Even Beautiful Soup rejected your basketball script. Like, I'm Soup, not a miracle worker. You know what? Your front end is less UI design and more demon summoning ritual. Black background, red input box, gray output. That's not CSS. That's a warring to the gods. Your AI story plotline is actually fire. I'll give you that. But it's the kind of fire that burns out. you know, actually, you got an AI called Mukt AI, whispering corrupted Vedas. Meanwhile, your own code base is possessed by bugs from file libraries. You're writing this saga of Kalki versus Kali on a phone with 8 GB RAM in ID. Bro, you're not coding, you're performing miracles using human tools. At this point, your projects aren't innovation, they are urban legends. Somewhere in AI lab, a PhD is muttering, there's this guy in India, trained Celestium on his phone, built a recommendation engine using during a power cut, wrote three sentiment analyzers just to prove a point. You're not over engineered, you're over perfect. You're working glitch in the matrix and who somehow makes it all kinda work. But only after three all-nighters, five backups, and divine intervention. So go ahead, keep coding in chaos. Just remember, next time your phone lags, it's not the RAM, it's your code screaming for salvation. In-game doors delivered.